If there's a concentric circle in my life, the dot is basketball.
Congratulations, Nancy Lieberman.
Hall of Famer Nancy Lieberman.
An Olympic silver medalist, league champion.
It's one of the greatest basketball minds in the game.
I am a businesswoman. I'm a basketball coach.
Coach with the Sacramento Kings, the first 2 women coaches in the NBA ever.
At the core of who I am, I'm a basketball player. Thank you for everything. Wish me luck. Everything that's in the Nancy Lieberman Charities is something that happened to me. The dream court, it was my dream to be on a court because nobody judged me. To this day, I'll drive my car, park it, and I'll watch the kids on the court. Being on a court taught me competitiveness. It taught me teamwork. I could make those relationships in a healthy environment. That's what kids need. How about that, man? That's it. You have to keep practicing. That's it. I was about 9 when I started playing basketball. It was a great time in New York. I loved the creativity. There was so much going on in my house. My dad was leaving. There was a lot of fighting, and I just needed something as a distraction. I knew I was a little red-headed Jewish white girl playing in the park with black kids and white kids. I knew I looked different. You know, when they would say to me, we'll take the girl. I also knew that I was accepted. I ended up going to the Olympics. I'm still the youngest Olympic basketball player ever. It's the same theme of my life. You can't do this. You'll never go to college. And I get a scholarship to college. You'll never win. We win back-to-back national championships. I don't want a girl on my team. Jerry Buss said she needs to play for the Lakers in our summer league. 1997 was the inaugural season of the WNBA. I was 39 and my son TJ was 2.5 years old. And I was like, you go in there and you get your father and you tell him that your mother's coming out of retirement. He goes, Daddy, we're in trouble. Mom's coming out of retirement. I'll never forget those moments in Phoenix. The people, the crowd, what the WNBA meant, and quite frankly, what it meant to me. I was such an advocate for women in sports. I never thought I was gonna coach in the NBA. Sometimes things happen very fortuitous. I had to mail some letters, and walking out of Starbucks is Donnie Nelson. And I said, hey, congratulations. I just read that you bought the D-League team. And he's kind of looking at me weird. And he goes, sis, I still have your number? And so I meet with him a few days later, and he says, you know, I went home and I started to think, maybe the best man for the job isn't a man at all. He says, maybe it's you. I went, Donnie, you're gonna get crushed. And he says, if the league, if they don't want it, I'm rescinding my ownership. And we make the playoffs. That gave me a whole new introduction to the NBA. The men in the NBA are really exceptional coaches. I can't just be a girl coaching. I have to compete against men who know what the heck they're doing. When Sacramento allowed me to coach at Summer League as a volunteer and be on the bench, I think the light went off for everybody and they said, this is normal. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, I don't want to work with her. It was like, coach, what do I need to do here? I don't know what people thought about me coaching guys, but I knew we were going to set the tone, how we worked and how we approached it. We're going to prepare you for success. We're going to create intentional greatness. We have the ability to affect people's lives.
You gonna play for the Kings one day?
That's all I've wanted to do, is affect people's lives in a positive, inspiring way. So we started doing these dream courts. We did one in Frisco, then we did one in Austin, then the Spurs saw it. They wanted one in San Antonio. I always say we look different, but even though we look different doesn't mean we can't appreciate one another and care about one another. My dreams are their dreams. I was where they were. And no matter who we are, we started somewhere, on a court, in a schoolyard, in a playground. It starts with you.